What's the school policy you hated the most? Our school had this rule that if you missed 3 library books, you failed English for the year. Didn't matter if you had straight A's, didn't matter if the book was stolen, lost, whatever. 3 strikes and you're done. I never thought much about it until senior year. I was pulling honors, had my college acceptance lined up, then Mr. Fenton, the librarian, decided I was his favorite target. He was one of those guys who loved power. Bald head, thin mustache, always smelled like coffee and peppermints. He hated when kids didn't bow down to him. First strike came out of nowhere. He said I never returned of Mice and Men. I knew I had. I put it in the return slot myself. He just shook his head, showed me a clipboard with my name and a red mark. I argued. He said, rules are rules. Second strike came 2 weeks later. A book called The Crucible. Same thing. Gone from the shelf, but magically still on my account. I swore I'd never even touched that copy. He just smirked. Getting forgetful, Carter? That's what he called me. Carter. Not even my name. I got scared. I was 2 strikes in, 1 more, and my English grade tanked. No graduation. So I started carrying my books around in my backpack 24/7. I didn't even trust the return slot. After class, I'd walk straight to Fenton, hand him the book in front of witnesses. I even asked him to sign a note saying he got it. He refused. Said it wasn't procedure. Then it happened. Third strike. A book I'd handed to him directly after English. I remember the weight of it in my hands. I remember him taking it, nodding, slipping it under the desk. Next morning, he tells me it's missing. Marks me down. I'm done. My mom came to the school furious. Sat in the principal's office with me. Fenton sat across from us with that smug look. He spun some story about responsibility and honesty. Principal nodded along. My mom slammed her palm on the desk. Fenton didn't even blink. He had the principal in his pocket. We left. I felt sick. I walked by Fenton's office later and heard him laughing on the phone, talking about dumb kids and easy cash. That word, cash, stuck in my head. Through the window, I saw something weird. His office had a locked cabinet, the kind with metal vents. Inside, stacked high, were copies of the same books he'd nailed kids for. Perfect condition. Next day, I waited until lunch. He left his office. I went to the janitor and told him I left my inhaler in there. He unlocked the door and walked off. I opened the cabinet. Piles of books. Not just mine. Dozens. Some had sticky notes with names. Then I saw something else. A receipt book. Handwritten. Rows of numbers. Titles of books. Prices. eBay usernames. I snapped photos with my phone. My hands were shaking so bad the pictures blurred. That's when I heard footsteps. I panicked and shoved everything back in. Dove under his desk. Fenton walked in mid-phone call. Yeah, got 4 more copies of Lord of the Flies. Kids don't even notice. Easy $30 a pop. My heart hammered. I pressed record on my phone. He kept talking. Principal never questions me. His wife orders from me half the time. It's a joke. I barely breathed. He opened a drawer right by my head, pulled out a wad of cash, and started counting. $250 just this week. Then he laughed. That Carter kid's perfect. 1 credit from graduating. Single mom. No time to fight it. Easy. I wanted to scream. Instead, I waited until he left again. I crawled out, bolted to the computer lab, and pulled up eBay. Typed in our school's name. There it was. His account. Hundreds of sales. Descriptions like new, barely used. All our missing books. I screenshot everything. Sales numbers. Reviews. His username right there. Then, of course, he walked in. What are you doing? He asked. I froze. He leaned over my shoulder. Saw the browser history. His face went pale. You little piece of trash, he hissed. He grabbed for my phone. I snatched it and ran. He chased me through the hall yelling. Students stopped and stared as this 50-year-old man sprinted after me. I burst into the main office. I have proof! I yelled, holding up my phone. Fenton lunged again. I hit send. The email shot off to the superintendent with all the screenshots, all the recordings, every name he'd scammed, and Fenton's hand was still reaching for me.